All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the bottom of the hour. It is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Saturday morning. My name is Gerald W. Parker, and I'll be your reader today. And I'm so excited that you've decided to take time out of your schedule to join our reading club. But we're going to slow it down for a minute to give you an opportunity to send out those last-minute texts and make those last-minute phone calls. Let's get as many people on this as possible. This is bigger than MWR. This is life, what we're doing here. This reading is about you moving forward, giving you the tools to do it. I mean, this is motivation, inspiration. This is direction. This is guidance. This is what it's all about if we're going to win. We're just one step away from doing what we need to do to get to where we need to be. And listen, you will not be satisfied with your life until you reach that thing that burns inside of you. I'm committed to it wholeheartedly, whatever it takes. I'm going down swinging. My good friend Eric Wilner compares it to a 12-round heavyweight fight, right? And so this is month 3. I'm in the 3rd round. The judges have already put the scores up for round 1 and 2, and I'm winning big. And I'm excited about that. So this is only the beginning, guys. Here's something I've discovered for me. All right. There's greatness within me, and there's greatness within you. We've just got to act on that. I'm telling you, the tools that you need to succeed are already within you. God has placed them there. He's giving you the ability, the talent. Everything that you need is already within you. We've just got to activate it. We've got to make it happen. So I strive every day to find that place and turn that key and activate those things and move forward without fear. And regardless of what anybody else says or think, the vision was mine. He gave it to me. I'm clear on it, and I'm moving toward it. So good morning, Herschel Gibbs. My good friend Michael Salter, welcome. Monifa Bartley, Lynn Gibbs, welcome to the platform. So many others are here today. My good friend Richard, welcome to the platform. Foot Soldier, Marvin McGee, Miss Cassandra Wooten. Guys, again, let's get a couple more people on before we launch. It's 9:32. I'm not going to be before you long. It's a short read, but before we start, for those of you who have the book, go with me, if you will, to page 46. This is just a recap on Miss Deborah's reading last week. And we hit chapter 12, Burn the Boats Action Plan. I'm excited about that, but I just wanted to recap a couple things before we move forward on that. And again, I'm on page 46. For those of you who have the book, we'll give it another minute or so before we kick off. But I do want to kind of recap and just highlight a couple points before we get into chapter 13, momentum over motivation. Rob Clay is entering. Let's get him in the game. All right. Welcome, Rob Clay out of Atlanta. All right. We got one more. So, guys, if you're ready, say you're ready. Unmute yourself and say, let's go.
Let's
I
go.
Let's
know.
go. We're
All
ready.
right, all right, all right. I know I'm
Let's
not the only one.
go.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. I know I'm not the only one excited this
Let's
morning. God
go.
gave us another chance, man. We woke up. Some people didn't make it. So this is the opportunity for us to finish the work that we've started. Page 46, just to recap on our last chapter that Miss Deborah read for us last week. So chapter 12, the title was Burn the Boats Action Plan. I'm on page 46, just to recap. It says Burn the Boats Action Plan, right? This is your personal declaration of war on your old self. Now, think about it. What the words are clearly saying. This is a declaration of war on your old self. We're not going back there. We don't want to be that person anymore, right? All right. Take a moment, get a pen, and make this physical act of commitment. That's what we've got to do. A warning. Now, here's the warning for you. The fire will test you. You might as well get ready for it. It's coming. Have you ever noticed that, the challenges that you're facing in your life don't come if you're not really doing a whole lot, but the moment you make a decision to move forward, to do something different, then you've got all these issues that come out of nowhere. But you've got to learn to fight through that. I'm convinced that that's part of the test, right? We go on and it reads, the moment you commit to burning a boat, your mind will rebel. This is automatic. It will scream at you with fear, doubt, and a desperate desire for the old comfort. See, we get very comfortable. This is normal. This is not unusual. This is just how it goes, right? This is the addiction to your old self fighting back. Do not mistake this internal panic for a sign that you're making the wrong decision. I've even myself, right? I've made these decisions to take action on a certain thing. And then these challenges come. All of these problems begin to exist and get in the way of that decision that I've made. And then I'll say, Lord, is this for me? Right? And I should never do that because it is for me. And I think God wants to know, Gerald, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to fight through these things? Because I know he's not going to put more on me than I can bear, right? So if we truly believe that, then we push through if we're serious about what it is that we've set out to do. Now, this is the ultimate confirmation that you are finally doing something that matters. That's what these challenges are. If it was easy, everybody could do it and everybody would be doing it, right? But it's not. Your job is to feel that fear and take action. Take action anyway. Feel the fear and take the action anyway. Fight through it. Listen, this too shall pass. This stuff is short-lived, man. This temporary pain. Fight through it. But we like that comfort, right? And we get stuck in that place. Now, it goes on to read, 1, identify your boat to burn. We've got to make some decisions here. What is the one habit or excuse or belief that is the primary escape route back to your old life? And be specific about this. I want you to write it down. What is that one thing? So at the end, we figure out what that is and we burn that boat, right? So number 2, define the action. What is the single irreversible action you will take to burn this boat? This must be a decisive act, not a half-hearted attempt. We got to be serious about this thing. All right. Number 3, establish a point of no return. Guys, that's where we've got to go with this. Honestly, there's no going back. Once you make that decision, you've got to plow through. You've got to move forward in spite of. So it says establish a point of no return. What is the specific date or time by which this action will be completed? It says write it down. Write it down. We've got to declare these things. Now, the last one, declare your commitment. Say this to yourself out loud and mean it. This is your oath. And if you've got the book in front of you, read with me. Let's read together. Now, this is our new creed, right? This is the oath that we take for ourselves. I will no longer entertain the possibility of retreat. I will not go back to who I was. The bridges are burned. The ships are ablaze. My only option is to move forward and dominate. I am my last resort. Woo! Say no more. That's it. That's the creed for the day. That is the philosophy that I take. This is the mantra now. This is what we move forward with. Let's read that again, but let's read it together. Matter of fact, I'd ask you to unmute. If you've got the book, read with me. Let's all read this together. Let's pour into each other at this point. So I'll give you a chance to unmute and read with me. Help me out here. On three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I will no longer.
Well, no longer.
Why am I reading by myself? God, I mean, come on.
No, we're reading with you.
Okay, good deal.
1,
Here
2,
we go.
3. Let's go.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I will no longer
I will
entertain
no longer entertain
the possibilities of retreat.
the possibilities of a retreat.
I will not go back to who I was.
I will not go back to who I was.
The bridges are burned.
The bridges are burned.
The ships are ablaze.
The
Ships are ablaze.
My only option is to move forward and dominate.
My only
The option is to move forward and dominate.
I am my own last resort.
I am
my own
last
last resort.
I like that, guys. That's strong to me. And honestly, see, I think the key for all of us as it relates to success, what it is we're trying to do with our lives or trying to accomplish, is that we've got to apply the principle, right? You take something like this, you make this your oath, right? This is your creed, and you begin to live by it. And you say it every day. You put it where you can see it. You repeat it to yourself in the mornings, midday, at night, before you go to bed. And this thing becomes you, and your posture changes, and your actions will show that. It says here, your life will not transform until you make this decision. Now, this is so critical right here. If we're not where we want to be at this very moment in our lives, there's a reason, because we've not made this level of commitment to ourselves. Why? Because it's hard. Yes. But is it worth it? Absolutely. Your life will not transform until you make this decision. There's no going back. There's no plan B. There is only a clear path forward, and the old you is a burning ship on the horizon. I'm not looking back. Seriously. And for me personally, I'm getting ready to make some serious decisions here. I've made those decisions, actually. I'm starting to work towards something that is really going to be life-changing. And I'm excited about it. Am I a little fearful and scared? Yes, I'm nervous just talking about it, but that's okay. I'm prepared to pay the price. I'm prepared to fight through. I'm prepared to stick with it until it's done. And I don't want to hear the naysayers of people that say it ain't going to work or it won't work or why you're doing it. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear that from you. I won't listen to it. I've got blinders on. I'm laser focused, and I'm going toward it. I'm going to hit the mark. No doubt about it. So let's get into chapter 13. Once again, we're not going to be before you long. But chapter 13 says momentum over motivation. Let me tell you another truth that will set you free. You are waiting for something that doesn't exist. Woo, that's heavy right there. You are waiting for the motivation to show up. You want to feel energized, inspired, and excited before you take action. You want to feel good. And that's why you are stuck. You have a choice to make. You will chase a feeling or you will build a force. That's strong as thunder right there. Now, we go on to read the flaw in the motivation model. Motivation is a lie. Let's think about it. It's fickle. Emotional impulse that will leave you the moment the task gets hard, you feel tired, or your plan hits a wall. Motivation is what you have when you're watching a great speech. Momentum is what you have when you're already in the arena, swinging. Again, I refer back to my good friend Eric Wilner, this 12-round heavyweight fight. I'm in the ring right now, and I'm swinging. All right, this is the third round, third month of the year, and I'm giving it all I got. Relying on motivation is a losing strategy because your feelings are the most unreliable compass you'll ever use. You hear Fernando Ramirez talk about it all the time. You got to take your feelings out of it. All right. This thing, money doesn't have any feelings, right? It cares less about that. So take our feelings out of it. All right. You don't have control over whether you feel like doing something. The world's most successful people don't wake up every day feeling like a winner. They feel tired. They feel discouraged. They feel just as much doubt as you do. The difference is they don't wait for the feeling to take action. The person who waits for motivation to act will be a person who waits forever. You think about it. Have we all done it? Are we all guilty of it? Where we kind of wait to feel like it, or to feel inspired, or you know what I'm saying, to get motivated. You can't wait for that. And let's talk why. I mean, why it's so important. So we'll stop right there. Let's get some interaction here, and then we'll move on to momentum. Your thoughts, guys. The book is speaking to me today. I was that person who was waiting to get excited, waiting to feel motivated, and finally realized that I've got to take that on myself. Any thoughts? Miss Wooten, go ahead, please.
Good morning. Good morning.
Great morning, ma'am.
I mean, you're talking home for me, you know. Sometimes I have to even I go to church and I sit there and I watch people. I analyze, I think about things. And I'm like, well, if I go and talk to that person, how would they feel about me? You know, I have to motivate, like sometimes going out that door and don't know what's out there. And so now I'm just taking charge. I have to start being uncomfortable even the more, because God got something more better for me in life. So it's like just stepping out and believing that He wants more for us than we want for ourselves.
Wow.
And so,
I was going to say, Miss Wooten, but keep talking. But if we only knew the plan that He
if
has
we
for
know
us.
the plan,
He
yes.
wants to prosper us. He wants us to be in good health. He wants our soul to prosper. He wants nothing but the best for us.
Yes, yes. So it's just like, like that. I remember Steve Harvey. Sometimes I listen to motivational speeches and stuff like that. And it was one that stuck out to me when I was working at the school, and it was Jump through Steve Harvey. And if you're not going to know, sometimes you got to jump. You got to jump out of that unknown to get what's known. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Absolutely. I can relate to everything you've just said. Miss Monifa Bartley, Queens, New York. Welcome. Go ahead, Miss Bartley. I'm sure she's working today, and she's probably on her route. We'll come back to her. Mr. Fernando Ramirez, go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. There she is.
I'm
Welcome.
just delivering something just now.
No problem.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Parker. Lovely to see you reading today. Yes. We're talking about motivation, right? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
We're talking about motivation, not momentum, right?
Right.
Motivation is unreliable, but momentum is powerful, right?
Yes.
Motivation is like emotional, but momentum is like mechanical. Wow. And what do I mean by mechanical? Once like momentum starts, it carries you. Like a vehicle carries you somewhere. Once it get going, once you get in the plane, once you get going, it flies. You know, so we have to soar and fly. You know, but my aha moment with the motivation, it feels like people. Well, I could say ouch right here, because there were times when I had to feel motivated to start something. But it was the total opposite. The Bible says in James, faith without works is dead.
Yes.
So action creates your motivation. It's not the other way around. You got to move and get inspired by the movement. Don't wait until you feel motivated to like write something down. Just start writing. Once your movement starts, the motivation starts. All right. And I'll leave y'all with this so somebody else can go. Waiting for motivation is procrastination dressed up in patience.
What?
Thank you.
Say it again, man. Say it again.
That was good.
Hey, please hit me with that again, Monifa.
Motivation, waiting for motivation is procrastination dressed up in patience.
Wow.
I hear you. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Oh, thank you so much, Monifa, for your input. Thank you for your commitment to this platform. And without fail, just like I think the slogan for the U.S. Postal Service, rain, sleet, or snow,
Yes.
you're here without fail. And I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving that. Thank you so much. It's an honor to serve with you. But you've just poured into us this morning. I'm taking notes. And I'm going to take that one and run with it. David Gibson, what do you think about that one?
That was a good one, Dr. Parker. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
I'm on
sir.
my buds.
You're good.
Well, actually, Fernando was next. You want to let him, because you called it in first. But no, I'm going to take this because Monifa said the key word that I want to introduce this concept because she said in her last comments about inspiration, and motivation is the external push to take action. It's often temporary and driven by rewards or fear, while inspiration is the internal pull that sparks long-term purpose-driven change. And Dr. Parker, wouldn't you agree that you weren't motivated to write this book? Weren't you inspired, sir?
Inspired. You're
Wasn't it an
absolutely
inspiration?
right.
That's why you
Yes.
had to get it done. That's why even when you got your writer's block, you went in, and I remember you about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you talked about that you went away and you came, but you did something and it just re-inspired you or sparked that internal drive to get it done. And you did. So motivation is good, but like you said, you're about to tell us when you say the word momentum, that's what we really need to do is to build that big snowball rolling down the hill and get that momentum going. But it's got to be pushed or sparked by the inspiration.
Yes.
Because motivation helps you start a task, but inspiration sustains you through challenges because it connects to your values and intrinsic desire. So just wanted to share that comparison to those two words and bring in a real life example, which is you.
Well, I mean, you're right, David. Inspiration, that's internal. You know what I'm saying? And you're moved by something. And that's the barometer in which we should kind of measure this thing, I believe. No question about it. But we've got to dig deep and kind of figure out. Here's something for all of you. We've got to get about the business of discovering who we are and whose we are. As I said earlier, there's greatness within you. There's purpose in your life. There's a reason that you're here. And so what we've got to do is figure that piece out and run toward that. All the other things that we need will come, but we've got to overcome fear. And this whole idea that Monifa talked about, procrastination. We've got to get past that. Fernando Ramirez, go ahead, sir.
Man, you know what? I learn more from listening than I do sharing. Thanks everyone for allowing us your time and your conversations. But I do want to bring this a little closer to what you talked about earlier today, which obviously everything that we do right now as a community evolves around this topic right here, which is burning your boats, right? And I believe when you burn your boats, you're going to get hit right off the bat, especially when you're looking into achieving time freedom. Time freedom comes with responsibility. So here's the question that I'm going to ask everyone, because what I was actually studying yesterday is 90% of our thinking is always on cruise control. So everything that we do, we don't even think about anymore. So we don't make any conscious decisions, which is being intentional. How often do we think about being intentional? And when you think about being intentional, have you noticed how creative you become? And all the excuses go out the door. They don't appear in front of you. I'll give you a quick example. If you see someone in danger that is close to you, a child, you become intentional, right? You want to protect that child. So when it comes to living intentional, I think this brings us closer to how Jesus taught us to live. He didn't teach us to live in the future or the past. He taught us to live in the present because the present is a gift. If you're breathing, you're doing all right. If you have a sunshine in front of you and you can see it, you're doing all right. Now become intentional. By becoming intentional, meaning live life grateful. So if you got challenges, it's a part of life. You know, life will put challenges in front of you to test your intention. So that's what I'm learning today by burning the boats. And that's why when I chose to achieve, to commit to time freedom and fire my boss back in 1995, I had to live my life intentional. And if I'm distracted, I lose control of time freedom. So time freedom comes with responsibility. So I wanted to say. Thank you.
I love that, sir. But you said something that really kind of stood out. So at the end of the day, Fernando, I believe this, and you just touched on it. If you're not doing anything worthwhile or anything worthy or anything that will change not only your life but the life of others, I mean purposeful things, then you're not going to face a lot of challenges. If you're not facing any challenges, then you ain't doing nothing. You just cruising through just enough to get by. If you're working a job, you're punching the clock, you're going home at the end of the day. But if you really, really are purposeful and you're chasing that thing that's deep inside of you, you want to put together something that's going to impact the lives of people, you're going to have those challenges. But if you're not that person that is trying to really make a profound difference and impact and live your purpose, then you're not going to have a whole lot of challenges. Life's not going to hit you with a whole lot because, again, you're not doing anything worth slowing down.
Well,
if that makes sense.
The thing about it is you become a victim of the circumstances if you let life, treat you the way everybody wants you to live your life. Wow. And right now with so much distraction, you got to really put your blinders on because last month, if everybody knows here, and I'll talk about this today, 92,000 people became victims of unemployment. 92,000 in the month of February. So where does that put those families? I just think about 92,000 families right now are suffering because situations are happening with the economy and they're getting hit hard. So I think, when we come the voice of situations like that, we gotta expose and we gotta stop thinking more about what people think about us, because if we're intentional, who cares who's gonna think what about you?
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna get beat down maybe by someone criticizing you. If you're not being criticized right now as you're doing your business, you're not doing your business. You gotta get criticized in order for you to be able to really stand out and make a difference. So we have to live intentional. It's all I wanted to say, Dr. GW again.
Yes, GW Parker, you are right. I'm sorry, it's Monifa again. I heard you talk about I said last Saturday or probably the Saturday before, if you're not doing something purposeful for God or walking in alignment with God, doing God's business, the enemy's not going to show up.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
He's gonna show up if you're doing what you're supposed to do. So you said that in so many different words. So that's what made me have to come in and say that again in addition to what you just said. So yes, I had a pastor, he's transitioned now. He always said it. The enemy don't show up when you're doing a work for God, you ain't doing nothing.
And Monifa, that's it. It makes perfect sense. You're absolutely right. So if those challenges are not coming, then you got to kind of look at what you're doing. And the enemy is not going to attack anything that's not worthwhile. You know,
that's
because you think about that thing that you're doing benefits the lives of others, right? So people's lives are changing. Impact is made. That's positive stuff. The enemy doesn't want that. So if you're not working towards something that will have that sort of impact, as you say, align yourself with God's will for your life, then don't even worry about facing no hardships. They ain't coming your way. It's going to be hitting the people who are out trying to make it happen. So with that being said, foot soldier, Marvin McGee, welcome to the platform, sir.
Grand rising, everybody. You're doing a phenomenal job, Mr. Parker.
Thank you, sir.
As Fernando and Monifa said in the scripture, Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith.
Yep.
So, like Fernando said, you activate it now. You're doing now. You're in the present. So now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So if you can't see it and you have the determination to move forward and activate Yahweh in your life, it has to come because his word can't come back void. So in your motivation, you're moving and you're out and about just living life. And you ask him, what do you have for me to do today? You just live life and people gonna come in your path. And as far as the adversity, oh yeah, when you doing kingdom business, I don't know if that's a bad word, but all HELL break loose. And you wonder, what is this? Personal experience. I got my floor. I just had my floor done. It hasn't been laid a week and the toilet overflowed. I just woke up one morning to go to the restroom and the toilet was overflowing. I put a bunch of towels down, go downstairs. It ran all the way into the laundry room. Had to take up all that floor. And all I did was laugh. Because I know I'm about his business. I locked myself out my car twice. Had to call the doggone Allstate. It's just things happen when you just being redundant. When you about his business, and that's increasing his kingdom, sharing this good news with his people, the devil mad. He mad. And it's not for you to get frustrated. It's for you to dig in more and share faster. That's all. That's all. I enjoy what I do. A modern day disciple.
I love it, sir. I love it.
Well, I give it back to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Marvin, for your input, guys. This is great conversation today. I think we're all talking to ourselves because we've had this experience, right? And we're all here because we're wanting to do something great. We want to make the impact. We're the doers. You know, we're the kingdom builders. That's who we are. That's what we're about. And again, these challenges they will come, but we fight through those things. So let's continue reading. We're on page 49. Momentum, the unstoppable force. Momentum is a powerful, self-sustaining force built by consistent action, not by fleeting inspiration. Think of a rocket launching into space. It takes a massive amount of fuel and fire to escape the gravitational pull of the Earth. It's a violent, difficult, and loud process. But once it breaks free, it cruises effortlessly through the vacuum of space. Your life is a rocket launch. All the small disciplined acts we've talked about, the daily checklist, the weekly plan, the goals we've set, and the fire and fuel you need to escape the gravity of your old habits. See, you don't need to feel motivated to write the first sentence. You just need to write the first sentence. You don't need to feel motivated to go to the gym. You just need to put your shoes on and walk out the door. The motivation, the energy, and the drive will come after you start, not before. You think about that, and I'm gonna hold it there for a second. But you know, the analogy of the gym, and you may not feel like it, or motivation is not going to get you there. But once you put those shoes on and walk out that door, doesn't something change? Doesn't something trigger in your mind? You think about it. You've taken the first step. You've acted upon that thing, and everything seems to change. Your emotions will follow your actions. That's the key right there, not the other way around. This is simple, undeniable secret to high performance. This is a law of human psychology. Wow. It's called a habit loop. We're continuing our reading on page 50. Q. All right, this is how it works. Something triggers the action. Your alarm goes off. That triggered the action, right? The routine. The action you take, getting out of bed immediately. The reward, the positive feeling you get from the action, a sense of accomplishment, more energy. Guys, this is how it works. Most people wait for the reward before they start a routine. A winner builds the routine and trusts that the reward will follow. Case closed. Enough said. Hey, before we get into the last final paragraph, let's talk about what we've just read. Any comments there? I'm loving this.
We just got to get moving. That's it.
Bottom line, guys, I'm telling you, if we gain nothing else, understand this. There's greatness within you, all of you. It's up to us now to make a decisive decision about what we really want and what price we're willing to pay to achieve it. Foot Soldier, I'll come back to you, sir. Go ahead.
Most people want the reward, but they don't want to do the work.
Ooh, they don't want to pay the price.
That's right. I mean, when you old school, you never forget. You gotta work. You got
Man,
to.
don't
But
work,
now,
you don't eat.
everything. That's right, man. Don't work, don't eat. That's right. That's why you got to look at the ant. The ant always working.
Always.
The ant always working. So when winter comes, and it doesn't matter how long winter lasts.
Wow.
When spring comes, you see them surfacing. It could be 3 months or it could be 9 months. When the spring comes, they come out. So a dog don't know he have fleas when he in the hunt. So that's what we need to be like. Just keep your head down and say hi.
I like that one. I like that. Hey, that dog doesn't know he's got fleas when he's in the hunt.
But when he be still, that's when he start itching.
That's it. Go ahead, Manifa.
Yes, you're doing such a great job. I'm loving this. Your emotions lie, right? It'll tell you you're tired.
Yep.
It'll tell you you're discouraged. It'll put doubt in you. But consistent action will override all of those lies.
Wow.
Step by step, just inch by inch is a cinch. People really get overwhelmed with thinking about the mountain instead of just taking little steps to get over that mountain. You got to take 1 foot at a time to climb over something in your way, to jump over any obstacle, to move any obstacle. You just got to tackle it 1 step at a time. So this is good. This is good. I love this. And I'll leave you with another thing. My friends Galatians in the Bible, they say, let us grow, not grow weary in well-doing. For in due season, we will reap if we faint not.
Wow. Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Hey, look, I want to tell our audience a quick story as it relates to you and me meeting you. You remember several years ago, we were in Atlanta for an event. And one of the breakout sessions, there was what's the game called where you throw the bag into the hole? What, cornhole? And I was challenged by several guys that were doing well with it. Don Wilson being one of them, right? And I had gotten behind, and I needed to really make it happen. I mean, I needed to score in order to win. But and we had broke up in different teams. You were on my team. There were other people, and we were all on each side of the room rooting for each other's players.
Yes.
And I looked at you, and I didn't know you. But you inspired me to. You said you can do it, Parker. You can do it.
I remember that well.
And listen, and I hit that thing. And
yes.
We won.
We went crazy after that.
We went berserk. I was like, "That's what it's all about."
Yeah.
I'll never forget that moment. Oh my God, we hugged each other. We cheered. It was such an emotional moment. But
Yes.
I said, man, see, this is what's up. This is when you're with like-minded people. You guys are on the same team. You've got the same goals, and you're rooting for each other, and you're pushing, each other forward. That's my memory of you, Monifa Bartlett, and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
I did. Once you said it, I was like, wow, he remembers that. I remember it very, very well. I remember it very well. And I was like new to everybody and learning everybody.
Yep.
But I'm a
Yep.
people person, I have like introvert, extrovert tendencies, but I think my introvertedness comes from I observe my surroundings a lot before I do anything, before I say anything, to see the temperature of it. And I think that comes from my my introversion. But I think once I understand the environment, then I'll, come out. And I just felt the vibe. It was just like everybody was positive, and it was just some fun, competitive fun,
Yeah.
and I remember it well, Dr. Parker. I remember it well.
Good deal. Well, listen, you be safe out there. Thank you so much for your input.
Thank you. I gotta
morning.
go. Thank you.
Go ahead, do your thing. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up with this last paragraph, and then we're going to get some input from all of you. So here's where we are. Let's get this done, and we are going to keep moving. All right, so we're at the bottom of page 50. How to build. Hang on 1 minute. Let's get this done here. Give me a second. Got it. All right, so how to build unstoppable momentum. 1, kill the big task with a small win. Stop looking at the entire mountain you have to climb. Focus on the very first step. I mean, think about that. If you want to write a book, you don't think about the entire manuscript. Think about writing for 10 minutes. If you want to launch a business, don't think about the entire business plan. Think about writing a single email. Momentum begins with a small, undeniable win. All right. Number 2, stack the wins. Use your checklists and trackers to prove to yourself that you are in control. Every check mark is a win. Every win builds confidence. Every confident action builds momentum. The more wins you stack, the harder it becomes to break the chain. You get hooked on the success. Number 3, don't break the chain. Consistency is the fuel of momentum. The most powerful act you can do is to show up every single day, no matter how you feel. It is your non-negotiable commitment to yourself. Your emotions will betray you. Your actions will not. Stop waiting for a feeling. Start building a force. Your freedom is not found in the emotional high of motivation. It's found in the unstoppable forward motion of momentum. Bingo. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Now that concludes chapter 13, but let's get some feedback because we've got an outstanding platform for you today. My good friend Richard Greer is going to be on the platform, and also Miss Lynn Gibbs as your presenters today. And then my good friend Mr. Fernando Ramirez will wrap it up with our training. So we've got a morning packed. And Fernando, we're a little bit ahead of schedule, but I'd like to get some feedback on this last paragraph and see what you guys are thinking about this and how you feeling about where we are.
I'll tell you, I think this was a powerful chapter. I really love it. I'm going to ramble a minute. I think I'll get everything I want to say in here. Einstein says, nothing happens until something moves. When something vibrates, the electrons of the entire universe resonates with it. Everything is connected. And then you take that and you understand that if nothing happens till something moves, all you got to do, and really I mean this, all you got to do is take an action that takes you from one position to the next. And some billionaire said, I don't remember who it was, but he said, anything is possible, talking about business. anything is possible if you break it down into its simplest steps and just make it simple for people. And I have a tendency to complicate things, and therefore I stay in not moving. So the simplest thing to do is to get into a simple action, the simplest action you can do to get to the money you want in a network marketing business is to pick up the phone or open your mouth in front of a person and say what you feel and think. I think that's all I wanted to say. And this chapter talks about the simplicity of just moving and action and just taking the Monifa's concept about the motivation is procrastination dressed up in patience. That hit me right. When I say hit, that dressed me up. I'm in a tuxedo when she said that, which meant I'm going nowhere.
Hey, look, Ron. So at least you've kind of realized where you are, and you know the steps that need to be taken. So and you just answered the question. So now we can move, right? We've just got to move. We've got to move. Quote that Einstein theory again for me again. I got to write that down.
I'll send you a picture of it. I got it on the wall behind me. It says Einstein, remember, relativity and all the laws and so forth.
Right.
And the whole world, including you, you have to follow those laws, whether you like them or not. And I don't mean you do something. I mean, they are working on you, whether you like it or not. It's physics.
Yeah.
Nothing happens until something moves. When something vibrates, the electrons in the entire universe resonates with it. Everything is connected.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I mean,
go ahead.
I was going to say, you think about what we're doing collectively as a group. This has become a movement, right? And collectively, all of us together are sharing this opportunity across the country with various people. And now we've got more people that are part of the movement. And then we'll have more people that are part of the movement. And we'll hit this peak, this point of momentum. I've heard Fernando talk about it because he's experienced it firsthand. When a company explodes, I mean, these numbers are just, you can't even count them. I mean, so many people are part of it. And but look at what you're saying now. So when that happens collectively, this movement, it transforms things and people, lives across the country. I want to be a part of that. But that's what we've done here. We've taken the action, we've taken the first step. So we've got the movement. So something is moved. So as a result, you see this growth with MWR and what we're doing. Even our reading club, the numbers are increasing every single Saturday. So guys, I'm excited. And I want you to be excited, man, because we've got something here. And just even outside of MWR and the business opportunity that we've been given, life itself, we've got an opportunity to make an incredible impact on the lives of so many others based on what we've been given, the gifts that we have, the talent that we have. What God has put in us, all the tools you need to succeed are already in place. We've just got to open the door. We've got to activate these things. We've got to, as Ron says, move. And when that happens, watch what happens. Marvin McGee, what do you got, sir?
Mr. Copeland is absolutely right, because we're nothing but energy and water.
Wow.
So as long as we're moving and we're putting out positive aura, our aura is positive, and we're putting that into the atmosphere going to draw what we need. And you have to believe it. Because if you don't believe, a lot of people can say a thing, but their inner self is moving in doubt. So now you're working in double-mindedness. So you're not going to get the results until you absolutely believe what you say you're going to receive. Going back to the beginning when you said knowing yourself. So to wrap it up, you have to know thyself.
Wow. And have that belief and confidence. Speak those things as if they were. This whole thing kind of goes right back to biblical, right? Scripture.
Exactly.
It's fascinating to me. It really is. And
Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
that's the Bible.
That
The
book,
Absolutely.
Bible.
that book tell you what you're supposed to do. All you gotta
Marvin,
do is be obedient to it.
that's why they call it the book of life. And honestly,
Exactly.
the instructions were already given. All we've got to
Yep.
do, and I think the struggle for most people, all of us, is that applying the principle, right? We've got to begin to apply it, to act on it, right? To live by it. And someone said earlier, maybe it was you, Marvin, that his word won't come back void. He's made the promise. It's real. He's created the situation for us to win. We've got to. If you're counting on the world to create a situation where you win, you forget about it. They ain't ever going to happen. But he's created a situation for us to win. He has stacked the deck in our favor. He's given us everything that we need. God knows what we're sitting in.
One
A
more
pretty
thing,
good
and
position right
I'm
now.
gonna shut up. One more thing. And I ain't done, but I'll be finished. The man designed this system to search for everything on the outside of us, for one. Then religion, respectively, have you, again, searching for something on the outside of you. And Grandma God rest of earth, you always said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world, Marvin.
Right.
So if we already have everything within us, why are we on the outside searching when all we have to do is listen to our inner self and move? Because that's him talking to yourself.
Woo! Heavy. And all that outside stuff is nothing but a distraction. This is good stuff, man. I'm loving it. Marvin McGee, thank you so much. Anybody else before we transition to the next segment of the program
I
today?
thank you, sir.
Oh, my pleasure. It's an honor. Anybody else? Barry Fleet, Louisiana. Good to see you, sir.
Great to be here.
Absolutely.
Awesome experience.
Good deal. Your thoughts this morning?
I'm just in the flow. The Bible tells you what to do.
Wow.
And it's like, I'm 74, but it's just so amazing. Book is written, follow the directions, and you'll get what God has for you. Period.
I love it.
I want the devil to jump on me because I'm getting ready to blow up. Period.
I like that. Shake him off, and you will. But listen, you said that you were 74. Ron Copeland, check this man's ID, because I don't believe it.
December 31st, 1951. Add them up.
Yes, sir. Those are
I'm
the
still
numbers.
here. I got a purpose.
That's it. God bless you, brother. You absolutely do. Honestly, I truly believe God keeps us for that, for you to accomplish what he's created your life to be. Because in doing so, you're impacting the lives of others, right? You're going to make a difference in the lives of others, and that's part of the purpose, right? We're to leave it better than we found it, and
That's
we're
it.
here to be able to make a difference, an impact in His kingdom, and move this process forward, man. So we've got to finish the work,
Yep.
that He's given us to do. And we don't want to fall short on that, because when we do, someone else suffers. See, this is what I've always said about my relationship with MWR. Here's my thinking, and always has been, always will be. MWR, for me, is no more than the vehicle that I use to generate the level of income that I need to get on with the work that I'm called to do.
That's it.
It wasn't this. It's bigger than this.
Yes, sir.
It's bigger than this, but this is the vehicle that finances and jumpstarts that process that will take me to that place where I'm aligned with His will. I'm doing His work, and it's having the impact that my life was designed to have through Him. So that's my approach. Always has been, always will be. I stay the course, man. But we got something here. Yep, we got something. Fernando Ramirez, wrap it up for us, sir.
I want to go back to, because the conversations that we've been having has a lot to do with what you actually read for us today, which is don't break the chain, right? Keep going with the flow, no matter what happens. If you don't see immediate results, but your intention is rooted to your purpose of why you're doing something, keep doing it. Because we always like to have the benefits of a return without planting the seeds. So we got to protect the seeds that we're planting. And what kind of seeds are you planting daily? Okay. And I want to make you all intentional on time. And I can guarantee you, if I ask all how many seconds we have per day, some of you probably already know it. But if you're not conscious about the seconds God is giving us every single day, we end up being distracted. So simple question, how many seconds do we have daily? How many minutes do we have daily? If you understand the breakdown of time, we're giving 86,400 seconds per day. So that right there has more value than money. So we are millionaire times. So we're billionaires when it comes to time. When it comes to minutes, we're giving 1,440 minutes per day. What do we do with our time? So based on the things that we do with our time is the results that we're going to get. So what seeds are we planting? That's the question. And if we're planting the seeds of prosperity without taking the initiative to put the action to start moving forward, we're obviously wasting a lot of time. And coming together this morning, Dr. G.W. Parker, talking about those small wins, right? We got to have the small wins and we got to count and pile them up, because compounded time with small wins equals tremendous win long term. And I put something in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. The word now means equals 1. So if we're here in the moment, we have already won the battle. That's it, Dr. G.W. Parker. I'm excited. Thank you so much for reading for us this morning. And I want to thank everybody, because I'm a sponge when I hear Food Soldier, when I hear everybody. This morning, what you guys pour out to us, David, or you guys, Manifa, I don't want to leave any names out, but I'm listening. I'm very intentional with each word that comes out of everyone's mouth. Thanks, Dr. G.W. Parker.
My pleasure. Hey, listen, I'm excited for the next segment, man. We've got some outstanding presenters today, and this sort of engagement, it just gives my heart, it just makes me feel good to kind of see leaders stepping up and being a part of this. My good friend Richard Greer, so excited to see him involved in the presentation today with Miss Lynn Gibbs. So, guys, this is what it's all about, and this is how we build, and we're here to support each other. And Fernando, I'm going to follow your lead and start sending out my invitation for those who